भूतधामवासं नारायणं नरकतारणनामधेयं श्यामं सितं द्विभुजमेव चतुर्भुजं च त्वं भक्तिधर्मतनयं शरणं प्रपद्ये। सहजानंद स्वामी महाराज की जय, घनश्याम महाराज की जय, स्वामीनारायण भगवान की जय। जय स्वामीनारायण। जय स्वामीनारायण to all the devotees, all Gurukul alumni present in today's Satsang. From Jagchala, Abhinav is present. Welcome to Thursday Satsang. And Sharan, Krishna, and still many have joined. I request everyone keep your videos on so we can have better interaction, Satsang. Right. So let us begin our today's Satsang. What is our today's topic? Stop devotion, isn't it? Right. Till now we have discussed that how to perform devotion of God, isn't it? But today we are going to discuss that how to stop devotion of God, isn't it? How to stop devotion of God. Actually, we don't want to stop devotion. But there is something very different till now we did not notice. But Sikshapatri has helped us notice this. And Sikshapatri says, stop devotion. I don't say, but Sikshapatri says, stop devotion. Now, can anybody tell me, how many of you have felt or experienced this, that since many years we are performing devotion, but still we feel that we did not do anything, or our devotion has gone fruitless, or I couldn't find any impact or effect of devotion in my life? If anybody has this experience, this feeling, you can wave your hands. That since many years I am performing devotion, but still there is no impact of devotion in my life. Still I am as it is. How many of you have this feeling or this experience? Right. Yes, thank you very much for being honest. Right. Why? What is the reason? Why devotion is not working? What is stopping devotion to create impact in our life? Today we are going to explore that reason. Today we are going to explore that factor. What is stopping our devotion to bear fruit? What is stopping our devotion to go fail? So, are you ready? If ready, then show me your thumb, show me your thumb, show me your thumb if you are ready to explore it. Yes, the reason Bhagavan Swaminarayan said in Sikshapatri. And what Maharaj said in Sikshapatri? This. Dharmena rahita Krishna bhakti hi karyana sarvatha. Shlok number 39. And Maharaj says, never perform devotion without dharma. What is this without dharma? What do we mean by with dharma and without dharma? How do we know that? Can you write in the chat box? Devotion with dharma means what? And devotion without dharma means what? Write in the chat box, everyone. Let me open the chat box and read your reply. I want everyone to participate and write in the chat box. What do we mean by devotion without dharma? Performing devotion without dharma, what does it mean? Devotion without purity of mind, devotion without dharma means blind devotion, okay. Yes, Sharan, Krishna, Shubh, waiting for your reply. Doing devotion just for fashion. Wow. True. Sir has said very true. Nowadays people do devotion for fashion, for photography, right? There is no intention of devotion. There is intention of photography, events organizing, and show off to other people, show up to the family people, show up to the society in social media. Anyone who is doing good karma, that is devotion for me. Okay, that is different thing. Devotion without dharma, what do you mean? That you have to type in the chat box. Doing devotion with sacrifice, killing animals, yeah, true, right? Devotion without dharma means devotion without non-violence, without following Panchvartman, intentionally not adhering to scripture just for argument's sake. Okay, right? Devotion for the sake of it. Devotion in the rightest way. Okay. Devotion without by heart. That is also kind of devotion without dharma. But still, devotion is something that whether we do it by heart or not, if we are doing devotion, it will definitely have some fruit, impact. Devotion without dharma is about concentrating on rituals, forcing others to be devoted, but oneself not following dharma. Okay, good. Devotion without piousness. Superb. Wither branch principal, sir. Congratulations. Devotion without piousness. Right. Yes. Thank you very much. With dharma refers to the performing devotion from heart. Without dharma means doing devotion but not following words of God. Okay. Devotion nowadays people are doing to showing to others. True. Nowadays mostly people perform devotion. Why? Because other people are seeing. They are giving likes. Nowadays it is the era of likes. Right? 21st century of likes. Everybody likes, dislike. People are living on like, dislike. Even they don't get food, it's okay. But if they get likes, their hunger will be satisfied. Devotion without dharma means without sanctity. Right, sir? Devotion. Thank you very much, all my dear devotees. Thank you very much for sharing your answer in the chat box. Yes, you all are actually right, and definitely your answers are true. But let me clarify a little in deeper. Devotion without dharma means what? Devotion without following Panchvartman. See, Bhagavan Swaminarayan has given Panchvartman to all of us, right? Not to drink alcohol, not to eat non-veg food, not to steal anything, not to commit adultery, not to eat outside impious food. So there are Panchvartman, 5 sacred vows are given by Bhagavan Swaminarayan. If we are following that and performing devotion, then our devotion is with dharma. Without following this Panchvartman, if we are performing devotion, that devotion is without dharma. And what Bhagavan Swaminarayan said in Sikshapatri, that one should not perform devotion without dharma. Dharmena rahita Krishna bhakti karyana sarvata. Never perform devotion without dharma. And that's why we are telling today that stop devotion. Right? Till now we were saying that yes, do devotion, perform devotion, we should do devotion, isn't it? But today our topic is stop devotion. But there is a simple word behind this. Can you see that? Stop devotion means what? Stop devotion with dirtiness. Yes, can you see this picture? This devotee is doing devotion only, but see how he is doing. Beside him there is a onion, garlic and garbage, and non-veg food is here and there, and without taking bath he is performing devotion, he is doing mala. Do you think that such kind of devotion is accepted by God? Do you think that God is enjoying such kind of dirty devotion? Yes or no? Till now we have observed many people that on their marriage anniversary they will go to temple, they will do lot of puja, so many things they will do. All the rituals they will follow. But finally what they will do afterwards? They will eat non-veg food. Or they will kill animals. Or they will eat onion garlic, and they will do something which is not aligned with dharma. What does it mean? Devotion without dharma. Devotion without dharma. Devotion without dharma is not liked by God Himself. God accepts devotion which is coupled with dharma. Devotion without dharma, God doesn't accept. Who is the parents of Bhagavan Swaminarayan? What is the name of father and mother of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan? Dharmadev and Bhakti Mata. So where there is dharma and bhakti, there bonds Supreme God Himself. When dharma and bhakti, they unites, when they live together, then God appears within our heart. In our life, when we follow dharma as well as devotion, then real experience and real realization of God will happen in our life. So that's why today's our topic is stop devotion with dirtiness. Now today we need to figure out what is that dirtiness. What do we call it as dirtiness? That dirtiness is this. Stop devotion with dirtiness. What is that dirtiness? Ego and jealousy. We are performing devotion, but we are doing competition, comparison. I am doing devotion better than him. That is ego and jealousy. Second one is adultery or premarital affairs. Yes. Nowadays what happens? Our youngsters, they believe that okay, we need not to worry. Why? Because we are not married. So adultery doesn't have anything to do with us. It's not like this. Before marriage, having premarital affairs, and after marriage, having extramarital affairs, both are the acts of adultery. And if you want to go to Akshardham, if you want to please God, if you want to experience God, if you want to achieve salvation, then we have to give up this. Right? So that is dirtiness. Second one is late wake up. Right? We are performing puja, morning puja, but we wake up 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, after sun god will arise. Eating non-veg, speaking bad words, taking bribes, cheating people, ignoring parent seva. Yes, this also actually. When we ignore parent seva and we are performing devotion, scriptures are not allowing this. When your parents are suffering from the disease, they need your seva, they need your help, and you are ignoring your parents and you are going to temple and doing devotion, such kind of devotion will never be accepted by God. That's when Sikshapatri Maharaj said, Yavat jivam cha shushrusha, karyah matur pitur guru. Till their last breath, one should do seva of their parents and guru. Ignoring their seva, if one is doing devotion, that devotion will not be accepted by God. Right? So that is okay. Then next one is restaurant food. Yes, impious food. One of the Panch Vartman, right? Restaurant food means impious food. Now who is preparing that food? How he is preparing that food? Nobody knows. And without knowing that, when we are eating such kind of food, it will spoil our mind also, it will corrupt our thoughts also. eating onion garlic, eating grains on Ekadashi, committing violence. So this is dirtiness and even impiousness as well. Right? So in Vachanamrutam actually Bhagavan Swaminarayan has given wonderful question. In Vachanamrutam Bhagavan Swaminarayan asked this question, very beautiful question that Maharaj has asked. Just a minute. Yes. Maharaj asked this question. There is a devotee who takes a bath and becomes clean and pure, and then he worships God. And there is another devotee who worships God without taking a bath and without becoming clean and pure. Now tell, which of the two is superior? Yes. Very interesting question, isn't it? So, devotee number 1 and devotee number 2. Out of this, which one is superior? Write in the chat box. Write in the chat box. Which devotee is superior? First one or second one? First one is a devotee who takes bath, who becomes pious and then performs puja of God. Second one is also performing puja and with whole heart he is doing puja. Second devotee. But he is doing puja without piousness, without bath, without piousness. Then which devotee is superior? Which devotee's devotion will be accepted by God? Write in the chat box. Write in the chat box. 1 or 2. You can just write either 1 or 2. Devotee number 1, devotee number 1, devotee number 1. Okay. So it is so obvious. Oh, devotee number 2. There is a craze of devotee number 2. I can understand the favor that yes, though he did not take bath, but he is performing devotion. How can we neglect his intention of devotion, isn't it? So I think that's why some of the devotees are saying that second one. I think those who are choosing second devotee, those are the devotees or people who might be liking that. Isn't it? That yes, even without bath also if you perform puja, it's okay. My dear devotees, my dear Gurukul alumni, devotion is like a gold. Even without puja, without bath also if you perform devotion, devotion has its divine fruit, its punya, its blessings. But here question is not about what punya we receive by performing devotion. Question is, which devotion does God like? A devotion with piousness or devotion without piousness? Which devotion does God like? Devotion with piousness. Actually, this is the physical example that Bhagavan Swaminarayan said. That who is performing puja with piousness and who is performing puja without piousness. Actually, that piousness also relates with our inner purity also. Right? If we are performing puja or devotion, right, with this, without this dirtiness, without all these things, then definitely that devotion is very strong. And even this devotion with dharma, even it is so little, but God will please on us. Yes. Devotion without dharma fails. Right? If devotion with dharma means no alcohol, no intoxication, not to eat grains on Ekadashi, rise before sunrise, not to speak bad words, these all are dharmas. Right? Actually in Sikshapatri Maharaj has given these all commands. So I have just kept very few, not all, but very few. But these are the main dharmas. If we follow these dharmas and we perform devotion, then our devotion will be so strong. This devotion will be so powerful that within short time, God can give darshan also. You see example of Bhakta Prahlad. Prahlad's devotion was with dharma. See, Prahlad was worshipping Bhagavan Vishnu even though he did not hate his father. He did not shouted on his father that, "Arey, I don't accept you as my father." No. He did not break his respect towards his parents. He performed devotion with dharma. Even when Bhagavan has killed Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad is still praying to God that, "Oh God, please bestow salvation to my father. Out of ignorance, he is having enmity with you, but please bestow salvation to my father." It shows his respect towards his parents. It is dharma. When devotion with dharma we perform, that devotion is so powerful, so strong, that within short time, God pleases on us, God showers His divine blessings on us. Right? So, that is called devotion with dharma. Yes. So, devotion without dharma fails. For example, we are performing morning puja, we are doing chanting, but at the same time, if somebody is eating non-veg also, stealing also, eating onion garlic, and he is not serving his parents, his guru, or he is taking bribes, right? All these dirty things are there, then that devotion will not bear fruit, right? So if we want our devotion to bear fruit, then what we require? Dharma. Devotion with dharma bears fruit, right? When devotion is performed with these all things, I request everyone to take a snapshot of this slide, because this is very much important, and we have to check with our life that am I following this and performing devotion, or without following this I am performing devotion. If I am performing devotion without these dharmas, then devotion will not bear fruit. What kind of fruit devotion won't bear? The fruit of, here is the fruit. Devotion with dharma bears fruit of God realization, grace of God, moksha and salvation, and to reach Akshardham. Yes, everybody wants to experience God, isn't it? Everybody wants to experience God, everybody wants to see God. If we ask now to everyone, how many of you want to have real darshan of God? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Yes, we all want the real darshan of God. It is actually possible. But our devotion should be with dharma, not without dharma. Okay, now you might be having question that, okay, what are called dharmas? What is that something that if I follow that, then all the dharmas will come? Then simple, you have to follow Panch Vartman strictly. Which is the first Vartman? Not to drink alcohol. That is the first Vartman of a devotee. Not to drink alcohol means not just not to drink wine, whiskey, no. Alcohol represents all kinds of intoxicants. Alcohol represents drugs also, smoking also, tobacco, hookah, whatever. Intoxicants, substances, one should not have. Devotee of God should not have. Even though you are a great devotee, but what if you drink alcohol? How would you behave? You will not be normal. Right? You won't behave normal. Right? Your behavior will change. You will forget that you are a devotee of God. And you will behave like an animal, like mad, like drunken person. Second Vartman is not to eat meat, not to eat non-veg food. It doesn't mean that we should, if we are not eating non-veg food, that we are following it. No. Not to eat meat and non-veg means not to commit violence. Without violence, can anybody eat meat? Without killing animal, one cannot eat meat. And that's why Bhagavan Swaminarayan said that one should not commit violence, one should not eat meat, non-veg. In our previous satsang, we have already explained that why we should not eat non-veg food. Many logics we have given in that video. Many research also we have given. But we use logic to eat non-veg food. Mostly people use logic to eat non-veg food. They don't use logic to stop it. Because this is Kalyug, no? They utilize logic for continuing their bad habits, right? They don't utilize logic to break their bad habits. Now, third Vartman is not to steal anything. Stealing just doesn't mean that people are sleeping in the house and you crack the security, you enter into the house and you crack the locker and you stole the money. It's not about that stealing. Stealing can be anything. Stealing means without permission of owner, if you touch anyone's thing, it is stealing. It is an act of stealing. You are going to temple and you are passing through the garden, you saw that nice flowers. Now without permission of owner, you have plucked the flowers for God. Then also it is act of stealing. Even for the sake of God, we should not steal. We should not even touch others' belongings without the owner's permission. Right? It also applies to our credit. For example, you are working in any company or you are studying in college or wherever you are. There was one event or some function, and in that function or in that project, we got success. And that success was possible because of that one person, but we steal the credit that yes, because of me, because of my idea, because of my guidance, this work has been completed successfully. So when we take the credit, steal the credit, that is also an act of stealing. So third Vartman is not to steal anything in any way. Number 4, adultery. Adultery just doesn't apply to the married people. It is also applies to the youngsters, even students also. Right? After marriage, one should not have any extramarital affairs with any other person. Right? And before marriage, they should not have premarital affairs. Nowadays, there is a culture of this, Western culture of girlfriend, boyfriend. Actually, it is also one kind of act of adultery. Live-in relationship, these all are act of adultery. And there is a big sin and punishment described in our scriptures. Those people who are having such kind of relationship, they are going to get very bad punishment in this world also and after this world also. Right? People believe whatever logic they will give, that what is wrong in it? It is required, we know each other, this, that, many such logics. But those Yamdutas, they don't understand logic. They don't listen also, your logic. Your logic will remain in this world only. Those Yamduta will catch you and fry in the oil. Actually in Yamdand and Srimad Bhagavad Puran, these all punishments are written. If somebody is committing adultery, what punishment will be given? There will be one big iron pole. Iron pole. That iron pole will be heated too much. That iron pole will become red. Afterwards, those jivas who has committed adultery, Yamdutas will compel them to embrace, to hug that red iron pole. This kind of punishments are mentioned in our scriptures, right? So why one should not have such kind of relationship and all? Why? Because when somebody is having such kind of many relationship after marriage, he won't be able to be loyal to his better half. After marriage, he or she will not be able to be loyal. And when there is no loyalty, there is no love. So just imagine how would be the marriage where your mind is going here and there. There is no any loyalty. There is no any what we can say, trust. Both are living in doubt. And the reason is premarital affairs. That's why if you want to please Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, if you want to reach Akshardham, then we should not have such kind of extramarital affairs and premarital affairs. So fourth Vartman is not to commit adultery. Now fifth one is not to eat outside impious food. Mostly restaurant food, outside roadside food, right? Street foods. So these are the foods, externally they are so attractive. We get cravings, or let's go and have it. Let's relish it. But you don't know how it is prepared. The reality is very dark of the roadside food. Do you think people who are cooking on the road, they are cooking to serve you? To improve your health and to give you good vitamins? Do you think so? They are cooking to get profit. And sometimes, there are many things to say on this, but we don't have enough time. When somebody is eating and he left some food without eating, that jhutha food they will not throw, they will use for their next customer. And when next customer comes, he eats someone else leftover food and he enjoys, wow, what a taste. And when somebody is eating such kind of leftover food, what would be his thoughts, feelings, emotions? Everything will be corrupted, spoiled. That's why in our scriptures it is said that when our food is pure, our mind will be pure, our thoughts will be pure, our feelings, our emotions will be pure. When food is corrupted, then done. Everything will be corrupted. That's why Bhagavan Swaminarayan has given this fifth niyam, fifth Panchvartman is not to eat impious outside food. So better option is whatever you want to eat, you can eat at home, no? You can prepare at home. And see, your mother will never prepare such food, your wife will never prepare such food which damages your health. And hotel people, restaurant people, roadside people, they don't care about your health. They just care about the profit. If they feel that today so many customers are there, they will use same oil for 3 days, 4 days until it becomes too much old and black. Now just imagine oil which is used multiple times. It is not oil. It is something which spoils our health. And hotel people, they utilize such kind of ingredients or chemicals to boost taste, to make it more spicy. So while eating you will definitely enjoy, but afterwards they will damage your kidney, they will damage your intestines, that you don't know. So they did not open hotel to ensure your health. They opened the hotel, restaurant for money, for profit. They are enjoying, and nobody will eat the roadside food. Who are preparing roadside food, they will not eat that food. They will eat at home. Otherwise they should eat there only, no? Have you ever seen anybody who is cooking on road, he is eating his own food? Never. Because they know how they prepare. They will eat at home only, which is prepared by his wife. They will not eat that roadside food. So there are so many such dark facts. We don't know. That's why we get attracted towards eating roadside food, street food and restaurant food. Now you might be thinking, when we go outside, how should we do? What should we eat? What should we eat? When we go outside on trip, on tour, suppose 3 day, 4 day, 5 day, 1 week, we can prepare at home in advance. like sweets or some namkeen or some many things. Nowadays recipes are available, right? Everything is available and everything can be done at home. And even we are going outside, so we can go to some temples, right? We can go for the stay in the temples or some dharmashala where food will not be tasty, but food will be healthy and as a prasad of God. So when we do such kind of management, definitely we can maintain the piousness and purity of our food. So devotion without dharma means devotion without following Panch Vartman. When we break Panch Vartman and perform devotion, devotion's power will be less. Of course, devotion is gold. Whether it's a broken or necklace or whatever it is, devotion has its value. But without dharma, that devotion will not be so fruitful. And that's why Bhagavan Swaminarayan said in Sikshapatri that one should not perform devotion without dharma. Shlok number 102, Bhagavan Swaminarayan said, again the same point in different words, performing devotion with dharma is the secret of all scriptures. Dharmena sahita Krishna bhaktihi karya iti tad rahaha. Rahaha means rahasya. Rahasya means secret. Which secret? Scriptures secret. All scriptures secret is to perform devotion. But what kind of devotion? Performing devotion with dharma is the secret of all the scriptures. And that's why today onwards we have to stop devotion with dirtiness. Right? Otherwise this complaint will always remain with us that I am performing devotion but I don't experience God, I don't realize God. But when we perform devotion with dharma, then these four things will start happening in our life. God realization, experience of God, grace of God, Bhagavan ka Ashirvad, His Krupa will be showered on us, and our moksha, gateway of Akshardham will open when we perform devotion with dharma. If we perform devotion without dharma and devotion with dirtiness, then our tree of devotion will remain always fruitless. Tree will be there, but fruits won't be there. And we cannot enjoy tree, we can enjoy fruits. And fruits of God realization, grace of God, moksha and reaching Akshardham is possible with dharma. So my dear devotees, today we pray to Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan that may Bhagavan Swaminarayan bless all of us to perform devotion with dharma, not without dharma. And we perform devotion without dirtiness.